Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of One Big Thing. Kurt Goulding here, and today's one big thing is governments. You know, I think about this, and politics is my favorite topic, but we're going to talk about how the government screw up markets. The one thing that governments are so very good at is creating problems, not solving them. And if you live in some sort of a representative government country, politicians don't really care about you. It's about power. First thing on their agenda, get reelected. Whoa, what? What about all those promises that they made? That's it, get reelected. Then they look to create a problem where one doesn't exist so that they can solve it. And the only way these clowns know how to solve problems, or at least think the way to solve a problem, is to throw money at it. Incredible amount. In the COVID, we spent $7.5 trillion with a T. And now this clown that's our president wants to add an additional $2.5 trillion in new spending. What the hell is he going to spend it on? Bigger bureaucracies means bigger budget. Well, wait a minute. A bigger budget means what? Oh yeah, more power. Never mind if you let individuals be accountable and take personal responsibility and let them figure things out. No, government's got to do it because they're smarter and better. Yeah. Okay, and here's an example. The government's database for the Keep the Commitment of Traders report it was hacked 3 months ago. And it took them until just the last few weeks to get it sorted out. It's only now, last week, getting caught up. This left many in the spec crowd operating in the dark, trying to sort through, well, where is money? And then here's another thing governments think they're really good at. Central planning for food production. Yeah, that's it. We'll decide where and what is to be produced. Yep, guarantee you food shortages. Oh, let's see. Yeah, China. They're doing that. They have to import so much of their food. They don't have innovation. The only thing they innovate is better ways to steal technology. Now, they do buy some. They import a ton of food. They haven't figured out how to produce it. And when you look at support programs, rarely do they really help producers in the manner that they're set up to be. Now, what you get is you have very sharp, efficient producers that go, oh man, I can exploit this. I don't really need the subsidy because I'm an efficient producer. They don't do anything illegal. They don't do anything immoral. They just cash the checks. And what this does is it breeds inefficiency. Since the government has basically put a foot under the market on risk, minimal risk of being mediocre. That's what government's like, mediocrity. That way, everybody is equal. And now here today, we have Russia talking about nationalizing grain production and the distribution of it, exporting it. Cargill announced they're pulling out. Bunge already has. There's only a few privates left. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah. I remember in the 70s and the 80s, the Soviet Union was the largest grain importer in the world. They were bigger than China. China was just a small importer. And then what happened? The Soviet Empire falls. We have all these different countries. Some of them started to embrace free markets. And lo and behold, what happened? They're producing, exporting rather than importing more grain and oil seeds on less land. Wow. So let's give the Ruskies 5 years before they're totally bankrupt and hungry again. So what does all this mean to markets? Well, basically, us poor peons, we got no idea what the elites in the government are going to do to screw things up. What this does is it forces more risk premium into markets, more volatility, but it also, with this volatility and unknown risk, is driving participants to the sidelines, which emphasizes the volatility. So we have a planning intentions report coming out Friday. Market's going to be all over the place because whatever they say, we're going to plan a this or that. They're going to talk about weather. Oh, it's too wet. There's too much snow. Blah, 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 blah. So it's not about fundamentals. It's about what you think you know. Anyway, until next time,